Hey friends, welcome to Finlyn Media. Everybody makes mistakes, but you've probably never screwed up this badly. These colossal blunders cost millions, and surely raised the blood pressure of those who had to deal with the aftermath. Today we are going to look at some blunder mistakes, made by countries around the world, which cost them millions. Before we look further, if you are watching my video for the first time, please do not forget to subscribe, and hit the bell button for notifications. Let's continue on to the video. French train company orders trains that are too fat for platforms. French company SNCF flubbed the purchase of 2,000 trains in 2014. The problem was that many of their platforms were too narrow to fit the new trains. The mistake cost around €50 million, a steep cost to incur, on top of the €15 billion they had just paid to purchase the trains. United States is NASA, and the metric versus standard system. In 1999, NASA lost a $125 million satellite in a classic case of miscommunication. Engineers at Lockheed Martin, an American aerospace technology company, used the imperial system, inches, feet, miles, etc., when calculating coordinates of a communication station, while NASA used the metric system, centimeters, meters, kilometers, etc. This caused the Mars orbiter to miss its mark, burn up its engine in the atmosphere, and disappear forever. The struggle between competing measuring systems is one most are familiar with. In this case, a small error ended up costing this team of engineers big. They flung an expensive satellite out of orbit, lost in space, likely orbiting the sun. If there's a silver lining, it's that the team will likely never repeat the mistake. Spain nearly built a submarine that couldn't resurface. In 2013, the Spanish government pumped $2.2 billion into a fancy new submarine named the Isaac Pearl. Before they finished building the vessel, engineers noticed a serious problem in the design. The unfinished submarine was already so heavy, it risked not being able to re-emerge after submerging itself underwater. Concerned engineers were able to trace the mistake back to a simple calculation error when drafting the design. Someone put a decimal point in the wrong space. Fortunately, the mistake was caught before they completed the submarine, and they were able to salvage the submarine by extending the length of the hull. New Mexico lost control of a controlled fire. Prescribed fires are necessary for the safety and preservation of the wilderness. Old trees accumulate an excess of fossils, making them especially flammable and dangerous. By preemptively burning certain targeted zones, experts can remove the danger of a fire spreading throughout the entire area. That's the idea, anyway. In May 2000, in the Cerro Grande, in New Mexico, workers lost control of a controlled fire, and gusts of winds quickly spread the flames across the wilderness. The fire raged for a month before it was extinguished, costing around $1 billion in property damage. Fortunately, no humans died in the blaze. Millennium, their wobbly bridge in the Thames, United Kingdom. On June 10, 2000, construction was completed on an £18.2 million bridge, connecting both sides of the River Thames. The bridge closed 3 days later, after a disturbing incident while the bridge was crowded with foot traffic. The bridge was swaying. During the weekend it opened, approximately 160,000 people crossed the pedestrian bridge, and were understandably alarmed by the rapid movement of the fixture. The cause of the problem was the bridge's popularity, too many people stepping in unison along the path. The bridge closed immediately following the concerns, but more money had to be raised to correct the problem. It would be 2 years before the bridge would open again. Russia sold Alaska to the United States. The last frontier wasn't always part of the USA. In fact, it used to belong to Russia. Alexander II didn't think much of Alaska. The harsh weather made it hard to farm, and high transportation costs kept it from being especially profitable as a trading port. He sold the colony to the US for $7.2 million in 1867. Few Russians had explored the land's interior up until that point. Otherwise, they would have noticed what a huge mistake the sale was. The United States clearly got away with robbery. During negotiations, Alaska is rich in natural resources, like oil and gold. A century and 20 years later, economists estimate Alaska's oil and gas reserves alone are worth $200 billion. Hope you liked this video. If you like this video, please share it with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell button in order to be notified as soon as I post a video.